All right, let's get right into it. Have you ever felt like your investment strategy is, more chaos than actual control? Well, you are definitely not alone. Today, we're going to break down a system that's designed to replace all that chaos with a real discipline, using automation to build a true compounding machine. And isn't that just the truth? I mean, the modern investing world feels like this constant fire hose of noise. You've got social media screaming about the next big thing. You've got news headlines designed to make you panic, and just 1,000 different opinions pulling you in every single direction. It's an environment that basically begs you to chase the hype.
So, yeah, that's the big question, right? If everyone is chasing the exact same hype, where do you find a genuine, sustainable advantage? Well, the answer isn't about being faster or luckier. It's about having a better system.
And that's exactly our first stop, figuring out how to rise above all that market noise. This is where we lay the groundwork for a totally different way of thinking. So the mission here is pretty simple. Stop guessing, start operating. This means building what you can think of as your own personal family office. Basically, a really sophisticated, professional system for managing your own money. It's like an operating system powered by some smart automation that just filters out all the irrelevant junk and only shows you the decisions that actually matter. And look, this isn't just some abstract idea. This system is built around a super concrete goal: to build a £1 million portfolio that can kick off £1,000 a month in passive income. Having a clear target like this, well, that's what gives the whole system its purpose. And a clear goal needs an efficient way to get there. This right here really gets to the heart of the benefit. The old way, getting lost in charts, spending hours trying to figure out every little market move. The new way is all about efficiency. You spend a few minutes scanning a simple scoreboard, and from that you make a clear, simple decision. Done. Okay, so how do we actually get that clarity? That brings us to the core framework of this entire system. It's a simple, but really, really powerful lens to bring focus to even a pretty complex portfolio. And here it is. It's a rule-based system that forces you to categorize every single thing you own. So even if you've got, say, 20 plus different positions, this framework just cuts through all that and narrows your focus down to just 2 critical buckets that need your attention each week. Now, what's so cool about this is how simple the choice is. On one side, you've got your winners. These are the positions that are running hot, growing to over 12% of your portfolio. Now, your action isn't to just let it ride forever. It's to trim and recycle that capital. Why? The whole purpose is to protect your compounding. Then on the other side, you've got the losers. These are the positions under 2% that are either bleeding money or just totally stuck. Here, the action is to either cut your losses or maybe hold if there's a really clear reason to. Their purpose? To teach you a lesson. Let's make this real for a second. Take a stock like NVIDIA that's had just an incredible run. If it grows and becomes way too big a part of your portfolio, the system flags it. You trim it. It's not because you've lost faith in the company. It's because the rules are there to stop any single stock from completely controlling your financial future. Now that is discipline. Okay, but what about the other side of the coin? What do you do with a smaller stock that's just not performing, like the example of bigbear.ai? This is where emotion usually takes over for people, but the system, it gives you a really clear path forward. And that path is just a simple 3-step process. First, the automation flags the position based on the rules. Easy. Second, you don't panic. You just go and consult your Catalyst calendar. This is just a simple log of key upcoming events for your stocks, things like earnings reports, new product launches, potential big contracts. And third, based on that data, you make one single logical choice: hold, add, or cut. Just like that, emotion is taken right out of the equation. This quote right here, it perfectly captures the psychological power of this whole framework. You see, it's not just a financial system, it's a behavioral one. It's designed to manage the 2 biggest enemies of any investor: greed and fear. Your winners keep your ambition in check, and your losers, well, they force you to face reality and make those tough, honest decisions. So, we have the framework, but how do you actually run it without living in a spreadsheet all day? Well, that brings us to the engine that makes all of this possible: your automation copilot. This is what the source calls the control tower, and you should think of it just like an automated copilot for your portfolio. It's not some super complex AI. It can be as simple as a really souped-up spreadsheet. Its job is to do all the boring, repetitive admin work for you so you can focus on the one thing that actually matters: making that final decision. And here's exactly what it does for you. It automatically yanks in data from your broker. It recalculates all your portfolio weightings in real time. And here's the crucial part: It checks to see if any of your winners versus losers rules have been broken. If they have, it just sends you a simple, direct alert. That's it. No more endlessly scrolling through apps. You only have to act when a rule is actually broken. And this brings us to what is maybe the most important point of all. While a platform like Trading 212 gets mentioned because it's easy to work with, it's not the source of the edge. The broker doesn't matter nearly as much as the framework does. The system is the real advantage. The tools are just there to help you execute it.
Which brings us to our wrap-up. When you put all of these pieces together, the framework and the automation, you get something much, much more powerful. You get a compounding machine. So let's connect all the dots one last time. The winners and losers rules, they give you absolute clarity on what you need to do, which gets rid of decision fatigue. The catalyst calendar, that gives you a sense of timing, helping you decide whether to hold or cut. And the automation, it gives you back your life, saving you countless hours of manual work. Together, they create a system that protects and enables true compounding. And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? The goal was never to be the first to every headline or to chase down every hot trend. The goal was always to build a disciplined, repeatable machine that quietly and effectively compounds your money over time.
So I'll leave you with this one question to think about. Take an honest look at your own approach to the markets. Is it reactive, emotional, and built on chasing the latest hype? Or is it proactive, logical, and built on a system that you can actually trust? The answer to that could make all the difference.